our topic is experience with code. And
And we can also on the use case steering team from China Mobile.
yeah.
So have other use cases, please bring to him.
Yeah, so I think I have three subtopics. The first one is I want to give some basic conception about our vision of the future network. The second one is some experience with code, especially on E-code. In fact, we are not only interested in E-code, we also have some research and study on M-code. So we also want to give some summary and suggestion in last subtopic. And at first, I want to give a brief introduction about our vision of a future network. And you can see our future network named as NOAANET. And similar to other operators such as AT&T, DT, we also would like to use FV and SDN as basic technology for future network. We want to set up the cloud-based data center for our new network architecture. And we would like to introduce SDN for our end-to-end network resources. So based on the two key technology with the network brain orchestrator, we want to set up the new architecture of the network. And this network should be the centralized control and which can support the programmability. And we would like to have the new network operation, which can support auto deployment, flexible orchestration, and it have a very high network utilization. And we also would like to provide the new network services, more open, more agile, and on demand. So this is our new network architecture, and we would like to re-architect the legacy network as the DC centralized network. The architecture separated to three different layers. On the top is the core layer. We call that core TIC. TIC stands Telecom Integrated Cloud. And the second layer is edge TIC. And the access layer, we call that access point. It's different from the TIC. It's based on the maybe traditional transport and access network box. And the numbers of those infrastructure you can see in the right side. And for the core layer TIC, maybe for the whole China, we will set up about 50 core layer TIC. And for the edge TIC, maybe 1,000 to 3,000. So that is a huge number. And for the access point, even more than 1 million. Because if you know the number of our base station of LTE, you will see that is reasonable. Currently, China Mobile have more than 1.5 million LTE base station. So all those base station position will be set up as the access point. So this is the basic new architecture of the network. And we just mentioned the TIC. TIC will be the standard unit of a future network. And for the TIC, we would like to have the standard infrastructure. And we would like to use the standard orchestration. And we want to connect them with the standard network. And the TIC should be easy to copy and quick deployed. And we would like to use the TIC to re-architect our central office. And next several slides, I would like to introduce our basic application scenario, mobile and family broadband, and the enterprise services. This page is about the mobile. And we can see how we can map the 5G mobile solution to our new architecture. And the 5G VNFs will be flexible, deployed in TIC plus access point-based network. And 5G will use cloud technology to achieve network customization, openness, and service-oriented. So based on the TIC and access point network, we will map the 5G functionalities to the end-to-end network. It's easy because 5G network is based on the microservice. And this page, I would like to introduce the progress of 5G standard. China Mobile plays a leading role on the 5G standardization. And we take the leader of a 5G system architecture standard project. And currently, we even submit more than 90 contributor, which is the #1 of the operators in the world. And we hope to have a large-scale commercial deployment of 5G in 2020. So this is the 5G for the new network architecture. The second page, second service is about fixed broadband. We would like to introduce control plan and user plan separated VBNG. And this is the basic architecture of the new fixed broadband network. We want to put the BNG control plan to the TIC core. And with that, we can centralize the control as many as the forwarding layer nodes. And we would like to put the BNG user plan to TIC Edge so that it can get the very good performance of routing and forwarding, and it's easy to run the policy. And we will keep the ORT and ONU similar to current traditional ORT and ONU. Of course, we are investigating the VORT and VCP also, but currently, these 2 years, we still deployed in large scale with traditional ORT and ONU. And this page is for the fixed broadband. And for the enterprise services, we would like to introduce the eBoard services. eBoard is enterprise broadband on demand. And we will put the eBoard cloud system to our ITIC. And based on ITIC platform, we will set up the value-added service to a previous enterprise dedicated line. And based on this system, we would like to provide site-to-site dedicated line, site-to-cloud the line, and value-added service, and the cloud-to-cloud direct interconnection solutions. So this is about our basic network architecture. And why I talk so long time for our new architecture, we would like to describe why we need the cord. We just mentioned the TIC will be the standard unit of our new network architecture. And we think the cord will be a good reference design for the TIC edge. So that is very important. This three picture, we want to show our understanding about the cord. Previously, traditional CO, we are using the closed property nodes. That is provided by our vendor. Different vendor provide different nodes. And recent years, open source is a very hot point. So we have so many different open source platforms. We have different controllers, different orchestration, and we not only have software open source, we also have such as OCP and TIP, which provide the hardware open source. So many different solutions. It's very hard to work together. We really need an integrated solution. We think the cord is a very good integrated solution. And based on this integrated solution, we can set up the basic implementation of the TIC. So currently, we are very interested in the E-cord and M-cord now. And on the E-cord, Channel Mobile work together with Owen Lab. We have set up basic platform in our lab, and it works well now. I will give some introduction about our progress. And this page we showed our E-cord lab test plan. And from this July, we began to deploy the E-cord platform in our lab. Currently, we have finished the end-to-end service of enterprise customer dedicated line. It's a very big achievement. And we hope to evaluate the stability, performance, reliability, and the scalability of a cord platform. Currently, the test result is very good. And we want to work together with the Own Lab and other partners to push the cord from the POC to the practice in the future. And this is the test plan. And what we would like to do as the first step for the E-cord platform demo. And first step, we want to set up the site-to-site L3 or L2 connections. We want to set up the site-to-internet access and the value-added service. We want to set up the site-to-data center, provide the customized solutions. So this is the basic proposal. And currently, we want to set up 3 cord central office to emulate the real application scenario. And this is the basic physical setup environment. And we set up the 3 different cord port and with XOS, OpenStack, and owners. Currently, all the system working very good. And the recent progress, in fact, last night, so we would like to thank Asim's team work together with us, working very hard. And we set up the service finally. And currently, we can run the automatic and faster service deployment. We can have the branch VPN connection. We can running the basic SD-WAN solution with our legacy branch site. I think the service management is also very good. Self-service for customer and service management for operators. So it works and works well. So for the summary, okay,
3 minutes. Yeah.
it's enough. So I think for the code platform, we have some suggestions because we work till now have 5 months. So we have some experience on that. We would like to have some further improvement on the stability, efficiency of the building and the deployment. And we would like to introduce some new functions, such as the distributed architecture of hide nodes. And we also would like to give some suggestion for the community. I think open source currently is very successful, but we not only open source. We need to integrate those open source well, and to set up the ecosystem. Only we finish those integration and set up the end-to-end ecosystem, I think it can be deployed in our network, really. So that is very important. I think for the community, we should keep going. And for the industry, I think we not only need to verify the POC, we need a real product. Everyone here, I think, can agree the code is a very good solution. But currently, from my point of view, it's only a POC. We need a real product. The product means which can support carrier-grade stability and the very good operation system. So that means our maintenance team can manage the code. That is very important. So I think the product, how to make the POC to product is a problem, or also a question. Here, I think Drew is here. I think that is a question for him. Maybe he can give us some answers. And I think for operators, currently, this morning we have AT&T, DT, and Telefonica, and so on. They also report their experience on the code. But I think currently the problem is only lab test. Even some field trial, but that is not a large-scale field trial. I think if we want to put the new architecture really land in our network, we have to have the large-scale field trial. The large-scale field trial needs the real production. So Channel Mobile would like to work together with OnLab and other partners to push the progress forwarding. So that's all. Thank you very much.